Feedback that builds versus feedback that binds. Feedback isn't just about performance, it's about reinforcing what we value. In my early experiences in tech, I assumed feedback was mostly about performance, until I saw its deeper impact. Feedback is how we reinforce what we value, it's how we shape culture. Let me give you a real example. I asked a team member to grab a few photos for a set of instructions we were building. Simple task, right? But instead of just grabbing what was obvious, he added extra steps, more visuals, and made the whole thing clear for the end user. I could have just said, "Good job," but instead I said, "This makes the product more readable. It's going to help users move faster and feel more confident." That's feedback that builds. Binding versus building contrast table. Feedback that binds. You could say, "Thanks for the photos," but the focus is going to be on task completion. You might get a shrug or disengagement. What you should say instead is, "Your extra steps made the instructions clear. That's a win for usability." That tone has a focus on a contribution to shared goal, and the impact is increased ownership, pride, and cohesion. Here's the difference. Feedback that builds connects the work to a shared goal. It's not just, "You did the task," it's, "You moved us forward." Same task, two lenses. One builds performance and culture, the other is generic and fleeting. When feedback comes from the whole team, it becomes culture. Every Monday, we meet as a team. Whoever is leading the current project shares feedback shaped by team input, making it a collective reflection, not a solo judgment. We rotate project leadership so everyone gets a chance to guide and reflect. Good feedback isn't just, "You did well," it's, "Your work helped us hit our goal for clarity, speed, or onboarding." This ritual helps everyone get better at giving feedback. It makes the feedback feel like it belongs to the team. When you make feedback specific, it provides impact and stays with your team. Here's a feedback loop. Start with shared goal, go to action, feedback, identity, and back to the shared goal. When feedback builds, it reinforces identity and belonging. When it's tied to shared goals, it becomes a cultural loop that keeps people in. Try this the next time you have a team meeting. Give feedback that builds and tie it to your team's story, your rituals, and your shared goals. That's how you build a culture people want to stay in.